was working for you guys as a team offensively in that first half, and how good did it feel to close the non-conference schedule with a win like this?
Oh, it was great. I thought we guarded really well in the first half. We got to fix some stuff in the second half, but I mean, when you got a point guard like KJ who shares the rock a lot and spaces the floor, it's pretty easy to get points like that. So, no, I'm excited, but no, we got a long road ahead. We got 20 games. It's a new season, so we're just excited to play Washington.
KJ, just your third straight game with at least 20 points. Just how much confidence are you playing with right now?
I was just chip on my shoulder, if you will. That's just how I felt all my life, but it's not just me, it's my teammates, they allow me to, get open shots. A lot of times today I was just spotting up and they just found me. And so when you have an unselfish team like that, I mean, it may stick out on the stat sheet, but everybody, contributes to it.
KJ, another really efficient night for you. Feels like you're picking your spots really well. How do you balance that when you're scoring the ball as well as you have been this year?
Just playing with patience. Obviously, I would say one thing I didn't do well tonight was turnovers. I've been really good at that, but I got a little sped up today. But that's one thing I've pretty much been good at for the season is just playing with patience and letting things, break down and not trying to force things right away. And things will open up if you play at that pace.
KJ, I think before the season, no Colorado team had a game with 6 double-figure scorers, I think, since the 2018 Pac-12 tournament. You've had 4 games like that this year. You've had 2 others like tonight with 5 double-figure scores. I mean, I know you and Tristan are having a big season, but what does it say about this team to have that kind of balance and that ability to have, multiple guys have big nights on any given night?
Yeah, it's not just me and Tristan out there. Everybody out there is as important as we are, and it goes to show, at the stat sheet, and everybody's capable of putting up high numbers on any given night. I mean, Luke had a career high tonight, but that doesn't mean he won't beat it the next game. People on this team, and that's one of the things we're really good at, or one of our strengths is we're really deep, and we all know it. So we just want to all see each other succeed and just play together.
On that same note, Luke, I mean, you guys have scored 90 in 6 of 11 games this year and in 4 straight. What about the new offense you guys have been running this year, the 5-out, has benefited you guys, and why do you think it's worked so well so early in the season?
I think it just has a lot with our spacing. We got guys that can really shoot it. So when you open up gaps, when you got guys like KJ, Julian that are driving, getting 2 guys on them and kicking it out, it's really easy for us to move the ball and share the rock. I mean, we just got – I feel like we're top 10 or something like that in three-point field goal percentage, so it's just easy when you can hit the one more and stuff like that. So, yeah, I love the new offense. It's benefits everybody. So.
Luke, last game you said you matched a career high. You said you didn't play that well. Do you think you played well tonight?
I played. I mean, from an offensive point, yeah. But I got to work on my defense. Getting through screens was really poor. I put our team in a bad spot most of the time when I was trying to get through screens. I couldn't switch, so that's on me. But no, there's a lot of things I can fix from today. So, not my best game.
KJ, Eddie was 8 for 10 from the line tonight. I think that was the best of his career to this point. How much do you see him work on that, and how valuable is that, considering how much attention he draws down low on the post?
No, yeah, I mean, that's very valuable. Obviously, he's a hassle to guard down there, so they have to foul, because if they don't, it's a nightmare for them. And but I see him work on it all the time, before practice, during practice, after practice. Even when we do this drill called pressure free throws, he's stepping up there and knocking them down. But I think with him is just, he's very much capable of doing that, and he's shown it. It's just all confidence, which he's at an all-time high right now.
For either of you guys, obviously a good finish to non-conference play. Team's playing with a lot of confidence and momentum right now. What kind of becomes the key, and what do you have to focus on to, take a few days off here and obviously get back at it and be ready for Pac-12 play?
Yeah, just get some rest. I mean, I think we have 4 days off or something like that, so just get rest. But our biggest thing is now we got to focus on Washington. We got to put this game behind us. It doesn't matter anymore. Washington's a really good team. They beat Gonzaga. So yeah, it's going to be a high-level game. We got to be ready. We got to defend a lot better than we did tonight. So.
Yep.
Anything else for the players? All right, guys. Thank you.
Appreciate y'all. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
basically you are out there as soon as Coach Boyle gets out there, might be about 5 minutes. Okay. So you can, you just get out there and talk to people. You're probably gonna be great. Hey everybody, I just want to make sure you all got the score. The score was wrong for Utah Tech by 1 point for like the last 6 minutes of the game. What you see now, so some of you might have jotted down 72 in the closing minutes. It is 71. There was just unfortunately, there was just some issues with the scorebook. They changed to three-pointer, the technical fouls happened, and it just was bad. So sorry about that, but that is the final with 71. So basically, you took a three-pointer away from number one to correct it. Or we gave three-pointer to number one corrected for a while, so it was right for a while. And then but by making what we thought we made it right, it actually made it wrong because it was right all along. Anyway, that's what happened. So just so you know, that score's correct. Okay, everybody, and now with that, we've got Coach Tad Boyle. Let him get settled here. All right, Coach Boyle, please start with an opening statement, and we'll open up for questions.
Yeah, good, hard-fought win. You know, you win going away. You know, it's these games are tough. Mentally, I think, on our team coming out of finals, you know, hard to get a great week of practice in during finals. But our guys, I thought, did a pretty good job of it. And I thought we were dialed in from the beginning, which was nice to see. I told them before we, left the locker room, the two areas we got to see improvement in is our defense from a consistency standpoint, possession to possession, half to half, like putting 40 minutes of a great defensive effort in. And this would be a great opportunity to do that. And the second thing we have to get better at is taking care of the basketball. So that was my message going out, to the floor. And then, coming at halftime and, we're holding them 36%. We had a few breakdowns, but they had 24 points. We'll take that every game, right? So we were doing that, but we had 9 turnovers. So they did one thing, they didn't do the other, and then, in the second half they shoot 51%, and we end up with 15 turnovers. So still two areas we can improve on. But again, that tells me the ceiling for this team is still higher than what we have hit up to this point. But now that conference play starts, after Christmas, there's no time like the present, because you have an off night in conference play, you're going to take an L. Doesn't matter who you're playing or where you're playing. So guys deserve a break. Hopefully they'll get a chance to get some time, rest their bodies, spend some time with their loved ones, and come back ready to go.
Coach, I think before this season, none of your teams that had 6 double-figure scores, I think going all the way back to the 2018 Pac-12 tournament.
Right.
You've hit that number 4 times this year.
Yeah.
Tonight was, I think, number 2 with 5 guys in double figures.
Yeah.
What does it say about this group? We've seen you sharing the ball, but what's it say about this group that it
Yeah.
doesn't have to be one guy?
Another 20 assists, the balance of this team. Look, Julian would have been in double figures if he played his normal minutes. He took a pretty hard fall against Northern Colorado. He's had some back problems. He didn't practice a lot this week. Practiced enough to play, and he's a big part of our team. So to me, if Julian's 100% and plays the normal minutes that he would normally play 27, 28 minutes in a game like this tonight. So he only played 19. But so yeah, I mean, we had 5 instead of 6. But really, this team you know, we need to get Cody back, you know, to hit our ceiling, I think. But when he comes back, you know, and I think our young freshmen are coming off the bench, you know, with BD and Hassan and Harrison. They're getting some good experience here. But now Pac-12 play, we're gonna need different guys on different nights, you know. And like Luke O'Brien tonight really played well. And you name those top 7 guys, they're all really critically important, as are the next wave of guys we bring off the bench. So the depth of this team, I think, can continue to get better and improve, but our core, I feel really good about.
On a similar note, you guys are over 96 times out of 11 games this season and in 4 straight. What about the offense has allowed you guys to be so efficient and put up these numbers so early in the season?
Sharing the ball, moving the ball, spacing. I think our spacing is it's the hardest thing. You know, when you play with space on offense, you're harder to guard. When you don't have good spacing, you're easier to guard. So the combination of all those things, the passing, the cutting, even though we're still turning the ball over too much. And then, you know, we got some guys that have really shot the ball well and have worked on their shots in the offseason, obviously, and they're confident. And but look, there's going to be nights in the Pac-12 where we don't score 90. There's going to be nights where maybe that ball doesn't go in or we don't get to the free throw line as much as we would like. So those are the games I'm trying to prepare our team now to be able to win and be successful in. Even though it may be ugly, it may not be pretty, we're going to have to figure that out at some point. I don't know when. If we can keep scoring, you know, 90 plus, it gives us a little bit more breathing room. But it's harder to do when you get into league play. You're scouted more, and you know, the level of competition goes up.
I think KJ Simpson has scored at least 15 points in all of your guys' games.
Yeah.
Just how much more consistent is he playing right now?
He's playing at a high level, you know, as a point guard and a leader, and defensively, offensively, he's taking good shots. You know, I thought he had a few forced turnovers tonight that he normally hasn't had. But, you know, he had 6 assists. And so KJ's playing extremely. He's playing confident. He's playing loose. But he's not loose in the sense of he's, you know, cavalier or careless with the ball. He's got a lot of confidence. And I got a lot of confidence in him. He's becoming a guy we rely on every single night on both sides of the ball. So can't say enough about KJ and how he's playing.
And he was 8 for 10 from the free throw line tonight.
Yes.
I think it's best of his career. How much has he worked on that? How much have you seen?
He has, and he's confident, Tyler. That's the key. You know, like he's starting to feel like, you know, his follow-through's gotten better, and he's got a little rhythm, you know, to his shot at the free throw line now. So it's something that we talked about, you know, certainly in the off season, before the season, and he's got a lot of confidence too at the free throw line, which is key. If he's 8 for 10, because he's going to get fouled a lot because he's so physical, and he just, you know, he imposes his will on the game. So great sign tonight that he can do that, and because we're going to need that, you know, as we get into league play.
Yeah, along those lines, I wanted to ask, did you or anyone on your staff work with him and tweak his fundamentals at the free throw line? He's shooting much better than he did at TCU.
Yeah, I don't know if, you know, we've really changed any mechanics other than, you know, getting his follow through and getting the rhythm going. You'd have to ask Eddie that. As you know, Pat, free throw shooting is something I stay away from as a coach, because what I don't want is I don't want to make it a mental thing, and I think Eddie's done a really good job of not letting that happen, you know. And but I addressed it in the off season that, hey, it's very, very important that you can make free throws, because if you want to play late in games, and we're going to need you to play late in games, you're going to have to make free throws. And there's no question. I got confidence when he goes to the line now. I didn't probably in September and October, but I do now. And I think he does too. Confidence is, I always felt free throw shooting as a player was, you know, concentration and confidence. And the way you get confidence is by shooting them and making them and knowing that you can do it.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.
All right, guys.
All right.